Hello again, time now for some more business news. My name is Daryl Kwao. Customers of Gold Coast Fund Management are calling on President Akufo-Addo to terminate the appointment of the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission. The customers have been demanding their funds from the investment firm for months now. Some of them have been speaking to Joy Business.
We did not go to steal anybody's money. We worked, we toiled for our own money. And President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is aware of that. These monies we are looking for are not stolen monies. We did not steal money from the government. We did not steal this money from anybody. This is our own money that we have suffered for. And why is the president being silent? This is not democracy. This cannot be a democracy. What are we talking about? Reverend Obami Tete is very, very instrumental to the kind of situation we find ourselves today. And at least, even we were calling on the government, and we started this call now today, that the president should get that man terminated. He doesn't deserve to hold that position any longer.
Why should they sit down for Kwesi Ndu to fool us? If definitely they know that it is a case of Kwesi Ndum's who has sent our money outside the country, they should get hold of him and then get our monies for us, to be told that we will only get part of our investment. That is to hell. It can never happen. Otherwise, we are going to turn the whole country upside down, one by one.
Well, how will you do it?
Well, we will die and they will bury us. They will bury us, so they should prepare coffins, as many as possible. Because what else can I do? At 79, I cannot fight. I can only die for them.
They asked us to, come back somewhere in March this year for our monies. As I speak, I've not received a peso. The money that I have with the Gold Coast Financial Management is about 1.9 million. That's the old money, 19 billion. They have not given us a peso. And sometimes you hear people talking and you feel sad as if we who deposited in the financial management have committed a crime.
Those were some aggrieved customers of Gold Coast Fund Management. To other news now, the total amount of foreign currency deposits held at banks continues to increase. Latest Bank of Ghana data shows that it reached $4.24 billion as at the end of August this year. There is more in the following report.
Total foreign currency deposits held by all the 23 banks expressed in the local currency is about 21.2 billion cedis. Now let's do some calculations. If you use the Bank of Ghana's August forest rate, that's about 5 cedis, and divided by the 21.2 billion cedis, that should be approximately $4.2 billion. Now the $4.2 billion is the sum of all the monies that both individuals and businesses have saved with the banks in different currencies. However, for the purpose of calculation and easy understanding, we've summed it all up in dollars. From the Bank of Ghana's August data, foreign deposits in 2018 went up by more than 21% to the 21.2 billion cedis, a development that can be said to be worrying because of its impact on the local currency. It is believed that some of these dollar deposits are not meant for neither economic or business transactions, but rather being saved by some people as a means to hedge against the inflation and protect the investments. Some of these practices put a lot of pressure on the cedi, resulting in serious depreciation against the dollar, a development that can increase the cost of goods and impact our debt stock and interest payments on our loans. Per the 2019 budgets, government is setting aside some 19.5 billion cedis, and if the cedi fails to stabilize firmly against the dollar in the coming months, the amount could rise.
Well, tonight on Joy Business, breaking it down where complex jargons are made simple, Philip Namfori takes us through some banking terms, and he has a surprise guest with him on this session. Let's take a look at what they have to share.
Hello and welcome to Joy Business, breaking it down with me, Philip Namfori. And today my colleague Albert Obisu was going through the dailies in our morning editorial meeting and stumbled across something that seemed to baffle her, and I'm sure it baffles most of us, and she wanted me to do justice to it. I hope I can break it down for you. And I have to my left and to your right, Alberto Bisio. Alberto, welcome.
Thank you, my analyst.
Thank you for that rousing title. Anyway, so you have in front of you the Economy Times, and what exactly were you going through that seemed to bother your mind?
When I have my analyst here, I have nothing to worry about. And what crossed my mind is banks' profit growth drops. And I've had assurance from the president, from the governor of the Bank of Ghana, that the banking sector is picking up. So I want to find out where from the decline, what caused this decline in the banking sector.
Alberta, thank you very much. So the Bank of Ghana releases a report every 2 months, and it's called the Banking Sector Report. Now, in there, the Bank of Ghana puts together the data of all the 23 banks operating in the country. Whatever time or number of banks there is, it will look at all those banks. Now we have 23 banks in the country. So now Bank of Ghana will put the data together, and media houses like this will pick it up and share the stories. Now, if you look in the report, you realize that over a course of 1 year, that's from August 2018 to August 2019, the profit has dipped. Why? Every institution, corporation, entity has two main lines. Their income and then their expenses. Now, if you look at banks, banks get their income from two main sources: interest income and fees and commission. Interest income is what they get from when people are repaying their loans, etc. And fees and commission, the charges they put on our accounts, our credit cards, debit cards, etc. Now, they have expenses, such as the fancy suits they have to buy for their staff through their salary they give them. When you see their fancy cars driving around, their big buildings, etc., those are their expenses. Now, at the end of the year, when they compute, your income should be more than your expenses. And when you tidy that up, in the end, you get your profit. So all they are saying is that, and if you look into the report, it's just saying that when they were analyzing from last year to this year there was a pickup in the expenses of banks in comparison with what brings them money. So that reduced the effect of their profitability, but they are still profitable. Just that it has reduced. This has been Joy Business, breaking it down with me, Philip Nanfuri, and my colleague, Albert Obisiu. Bye.
Bye.
All right, thanks for watching the business segment on JoyNews Prime.